So safe touches are going to be things like hugs, pat on the back, high fives, or fist bumps. And this means they make people feel cared for and important. So this means you can touch people safely on places like the hands or the top of the head if you want to give them a little pat on the head, or on the shoulders, a little pat on the shoulder. And those are safe touches. So unsafe touches are things that are going to hurt your friend's body or your friend's feelings. So these are things that you're usually going to get in trouble for. And so these are going to be a bunch of different things. So things that can hurt people. So it's things like hitting, kicking, pushing, or pinching. And you can't touch people in the middle of their body. So places that would be covered up by a swimsuit. So if you were going to go to the beach and you wore a bathing suit, anything that's going to be covered up by your bathing suit, you can't touch people there. So next is unwanted touches. So this means it might be safe and it might be okay, but your friend may not want to right now. It doesn't mean that they're not your friend anymore. They just need some space. So maybe your friend just doesn't want to hug right now, or maybe they don't want to hold your hand right now, or they don't want to play tag or anything like that. So you can say no to something even if it's your family. So if your grandma comes to visit and she wants a hug and you just really don't feel like hugging anyone, maybe offer her a wave or offer to blow her a kiss or something. If you don't feel like hugging right now, you can still say no, because you need to have consent in order for them to hug you. So this means giving someone permission to do something. And this is important because you want to make sure people feel safe. So always ask for consent. All right, I'm writing it right there. So make sure you always ask for consent. Even when you know that they've done it before, make sure you always ask. So ask can I hug you if you want to give your friend a hug? Or do you want to high five? If you want to high five a friend, make sure they want to. Or if you want to play tag, make sure you ask them, do you want to play tag? Because tag involves touching someone, and you don't want to be touching someone if they don't want to be touched. Okay, so now we're going to talk about our private body parts. So parts of your body covered by a bathing suit are private body parts. So these are things like the pink bathing suit there and the blue bathing suit there. If your body part is covered up when you wear a swimsuit, that means that it is your private body part. So these are things that are yours, and they are supposed to be safe, and they're not supposed to be touched by other people, and you are not supposed to touch anyone else's. So someone touching someone else's private body parts is included in an unsafe touch. It might not technically be hurting you right then, but it's going to hurt your feelings, and it's not safe. It's also not okay for someone to touch your private body parts or for you to touch someone else's private body parts. This is not safe, and it makes our friends' feelings get very, very hurt. It is only okay for someone to touch your private body parts if it is to keep you clean and or healthy. So clean or healthy. So examples of clean and healthy that we're going to use, you might need your parents' help when you bathe or shower, help going to the bathroom, or when someone is helping you change your clothes. And then for healthy, it's going to be things like going to a doctor and getting an exam, or when you need to get a shot. And these are both things that keep you clean and healthy, and they're going to keep you safe. And they're not necessarily inappropriate, and they're just to keep you clean, healthy, and safe. If someone touches you inappropriately, you should always tell someone that you trust. And you always need to tell an adult, because your friends might not be able to help you too much. So you should tell your mom or your dad or aunt or uncle or grandma. Sorry, I forgot to spell there. Or grandpa. Or your teacher. Or your principal. Or just any other adult that you trust. So this is what you guys are going to do next as an activity. So you're all going to draw yourself As you can see there, I drew out a body. And you're going to do a bunch of things to this so that we can show that you've learned about safe and unsafe touch. So first, you're going to write your name at the top of the paper. So I'm going to write Miss Smyer because that is my name, because we want to know who the paper belongs to and who we're representing in this drawing. I'm going to underline it just so we know. So write your name at the top of the paper so I know who it belongs to. Next, I am going to get a marker and I'm going to draw some hair. My hair is blonde, so I chose to reflect that. You should make your picture look like you. Next, I am going to get some other markers and I'm going to draw my eyes. And I'm going to draw my nose and my mouth. So nose and mouth. Next, I am going to put on some clothes on my person. So I'm going to give myself a pink shirt, just like that. And then I am going to give myself some pants, which I wanted to make look like jeans. So I use this bluish color. It kind of looks purple on here. So I gave myself some pants, and then I decided I should probably color that in. So you guys need to color neatly because you know how to color in the lines and you have time. I just wanted to show you really quickly. So you need to color in your drawing. So I colored in my pants and I'm coloring in my shirt. Again, you guys should do this neatly, super neat. So now I am going to, on one side of the paper, write safe. Safe. And then on the other side, I'm going to write unsafe. And then under these, we're going to make lists of things that I can do that are safe and things that are unsafe. So under safe, I'm going to get a marker and I'm going to write things that I like to do with my friends that are safe touches. So things like hugs, high fives. Oh, I spelled that wrong. High fives. Fist bumps. Pat on the back. If I want to tell someone they're doing a good job, I give them a pat on the back. And hold hands. Sometimes I like to hold hands with my friends. But make sure you ask first. So then unsafe things that I have decided I am not going to do because they are unsafe. So you're only writing things that you are not going to do. Things that will hurt your friends. Hit, shove, punch, push, or bite. We'll leave it at that. There are a lot of things you shouldn't do, but I just made a little list. So now you're going to write at the bottom of your paper someone you're going to tell, you trust to tell. So you're going to write, I will tell, and then I'm going to draw a line. Or I will tell my, and then I'm going to draw a line. And so you guys are going to fill in. You're going to write the first part of that sentence, and then you're going to fill in on the line the person you're going to tell if someone touches you when you don't like it. So it's, I will tell my, and I'm going to put mom. So I'm going to tell my mom if I have an unsafe touch. So you need to write who you want to tell. Someone you trust. Remember, we made a list, so tell someone you trust.